everyone! Today I thought I would do a tutorial on the Tai Chi Bow Stance, one of our basic movements. I'm going to make sure that we use some exercises that I hope will help you understand the mechanics of the movements and where your positioning of your feet is. But don't worry, it's not all about me talking. I'm also going to share modifications for the move and progressions, so whichever level you are practicing your Tai Chi at, there will be hopefully some helpful tips and pointers. So let's get started. We'll start with a little bit of a warm up for our legs. So let's take our feet hip width apart, nice relaxed stance. Do remember to listen to your own body, especially paying attention to our knees and our hip joints. Keep everything within your own comfort zone so that it's safe for you. Okay, nice relaxed stance. And let's just breathe our arms up to our shoulder height and take them down. Little knee bend, small to begin with. And then once we're warming up, we can go a little bit deeper. But bow stance is very much a lower body, so we just make sure our legs are ready for this movement. Let's do two more. Let's take the feet slightly wider and use that deeper horse stance. Let's keep the arms the same, pushing down, thinking about your posture. That's rooting the feet, grounding the feet into the floor, and at the same time lifting up through the spine, through the torso, and lifting up through the crown. We're tucking our tailbone down, so it's sinking the weight into the floor. Okay, let's just move our legs side to side with our side bow. So again, slightly wider with the feet. We're going to sink down to one side, straightening up in the middle and the other way. And just to repeat, do listen to your knees, pay attention to them. It's important that we practice our Tai Chi safely and it suits our bodies. So you can stick with this move or we can travel across that horse stance. So challenging the legs, or stick with the first movement if that suits you better. And again, one more on each side. Yes, good. Next, moving on to our bow stance, we are going to start with our feet together. And let's just think about where the weight is. So we're grounding our feet to the floor. At the same time, we're lifting up through the spine. Do try and get that posture as good as you can. We're going to turn one foot out from being together, just so that it points to the corner of our own square. And we're going to sink our weight into that supporting leg. So let's just do that again. So we're turning our foot and we're sinking down. So I've lifted my heel on this other foot, so I know that my weight is all in this supporting leg. Now it might not suit you, so you can always keep it small and keep it a little bit more central. But the idea is that we are turning the foot and sinking the weight into this supporting leg, ready to release this foot so we can step out into our bow stance. We don't want any weight on this foot when we're going to move it, because that's when we trip over. Let's do that on the other side. So feet together, good posture. we're turning the foot 45 degrees to the corner of your own square and we're sinking our weight. Now let's do that again. So feet together, turning out, sinking down. Our next part of that movement is turning the foot out, sinking down. And once we're here, we're going to stretch this foot out to a heel forwards. And I want you to try and aim for hip width apart. So about hip width here. So if I brought my feet back, they're about hip width. And what I want you to really concentrate on is keeping the weight in this supporting leg as we stretch out. So try and keep it slightly off the floor or certainly empty of weight as we stretch it out. Let me just show you from the side. So I'm turning my foot out, I'm sinking the weight into the supporting leg, and then I'm heel out. But my weight has not moved. So that's what we really want to practice. Okay, so turning the foot out, sinking the weight, and heel out. Let's bring it back in, feet together. Let's do that on the other side. Turning the foot out, sinking the weight, heel out. Takes quite a lot of strength. And bringing it back to center. So a really good movement to help develop your leg strength, heel out. So try and get this balance here, stepping in and again, turning the foot, sinking the weight, heel out and bringing it back in. Yes, okay, let's just give our legs a little bit of a shake. The next part to getting into our bow stance is that transfer of weight. So once we've got into our heel here, we're going to put our toe down. Most of my weight's still here, and I just want you to come to the center. So about 50-50 of my weight now in the front and the back. Okay, so we're sort of breaking it down bit by bit. Let me show you from the side. So feet together, we're turning the foot out, we're sinking the weight. Make sure the knee travels in the direction of the toe. Heel out, toe down, and we're transferring the weight just into the middle here. Okay. Let's try that alternating on both sides. Turning the foot, sinking the weight. Heel out, toe down, transfer just to the middle. Let's transfer back, lifting the toe, stepping in and turning this foot back together. Other side, turn out, sink down, heel out, hip width apart, toe down, transfer to the center. Bring it back and step in and close the feet, and again. I think it might be good to rest our hands on our hips here, and then we've got somewhere to put them just to the center, 50-50. Can you feel the weight, where it is, where your body weight is? Rocking back, stepping in, and let's go again. Turn, sink, heel out, toe down, transfer to the middle, rocking back, stepping in and bringing that foot together. Let's do one more on each side. Sinking down, heel out, toe down, transfer, bringing it back to center and stepping in. Final time, sinking down, heel out, into the center and back and stepping in. Yes, give your legs a little breather and a bit of a shake. Okay, so the next bit is transferring all the way so that we have this bow stance, nice hip width apart, about 70% of my weight forwards and 30% of my weight backwards. So we're going all the way into our bow stance. Let me just show you again from the side. So I'm turning my foot out, I'm sinking my weight. Heel out, keeping the weight back, toe down, and then I'm transferring the weight through that middle and all the way forwards. Main point here is keeping the knee over the ankle. It's not coming forwards over the toe. I have energy rooting this front foot to the floor, and I have energy rooting that back foot to the floor. So no lifting of the heel here. It's rooted flat on the floor. Still got my posture high to low, so there's no coming forwards or trying to rock back. Nice solid bow stance. Okay, let's add that little bit on. So starting with our feet together, turning the foot, sinking the weight, heel forwards, toe down, transfer all the way. So my back leg now is straight, but I'm not locking that knee joint out, keeping it soft. Checking the knee has not come too far forwards. Posture, high to low. Oh, lots to think about. We're rocking back, stepping in and bringing that foot to close. Turn out, sink down. Heel forwards, hip width, toe down, go through the middle, into your bow stance, rocking back, stepping in and bring it to a close, and again, sinking down, heel toe. Try and keep that weight back, transfer, rocking back. So be really mindful of where your weight is, turning out, sinking down, heel out. Then transfer the weight, rocking back. Let's do that again, one on each side, turning out, sinking down, keeping the posture going. Forwards and then rocking back. Stepping in and close. Final time, sinking down, heel out. Take it forwards and then we rock back. Stepping in and close. Okay, modifications for this movement is not bending as far. You can still transfer your weight, but you don't have to bend your knee deep. Just be mindful of that knee and keep it more upright. It's safer. And don't step out so far, so keep it quite small. If I do it sideways on, not too much of a bend and not too far. You can still hip width. It's a nice solid, wider base for your balance. And just transfer into your bow stance here. It's a more upright, less challenging on the legs movement. For a deeper progression, of course, the opposite. So you really want to sink low in this leg, making sure the knee's in the direction of the toe. Nice long stride forwards, and we're taking it all the way. Lower, deeper knee bends. Still got the posture high, but it's a much bigger, more challenging movement. Again, let me do that to the side. So I'm turning my foot out, taking the foot right far forwards, as far as I can stretch. Still got the weight back, and then I'm transferring forwards into that lovely bow stance. Nice position. It's important, I know I keep on banging on about it, but it's important to know where your body weight is. It's that movement of and transfer of the weight that often powers the movement forward. That's what's going to give the power of the move. And so we want the weight to be back in the supporting leg so it has somewhere to travel. Yeah, and also it's a safer way to do the movement, because if I put my foot out and my weight goes on it straight away, it's really not a very safe position to end up in. Lots of my body weight on a straight lock joint. not so good for my knee joints. Okay, so starting with our feet parallel, we're turning them out already so those feet are pointing to the corners of our own square. Good posture. We're going to sink down to one side, release the foot, heel toe forwards into your bow stance. We're rocking back and then we're stepping to the side and standing up in the middle. Sinking down, release the foot, heel forwards, keep the weight back into your bow stance. We're rocking back and stepping to the side and standing up in the middle. Let's go again. Taking it down, heel toe, bringing it forwards. We're rocking back and stepping to the side. And again, sinking down, heel toe, taking it forwards and rocking back and stepping to the side. One more on each side. So slow and controlled. Thinking about all those points, or just think about one of the points and try and practice that, and then move on to point number 2 and move on to that. I do it step by step. Okay, one more thing I am going to add on, and then we might add some arms, is a direction of the waist. So if we start with our feet parallel and slightly turned out, when you sink your weight, I'd like you to think about pointing your body, this midline that we sometimes talk about, and this dantian, the center of our energy, to the corner. Your knee also traveling in the direction of your toe. And then as you step out with the heel, but keeping the weight in this supporting leg, you may feel you're almost putting your leg out to the side, even though it's going into exactly the same place. And that's what the direction of the hips, and the direction of the body. So I'm pointing to the corner here with my body. As I toe down and transfer the weight, I'm going to move everything to face the front. So from the heel, I'm transferring forwards. So let's just do that little bit and add that twist of the weight, twist of the waist. Again, it's that transfer of weight, but then it's the twist of the waist that may be powering an arm forwards or powering a strike through. If we start with our feet parallel, we sink the weight into that corner, and we'll just do that little bit on each side a few times. So sinking the weight, look to the corner and with your hips and your body. Heel out, exactly the same place, toe down, and then as we transfer through, center the weight and then into your bow stance, and we've turned our body all the way through to the center. Let's rock back and step to the side and do that on the same side. So we're sinking the weight, turn into the corner, heel out, bringing it through to the front, and we're rocking back and stepping to the side. And again, sinking the weight, same side, heel out, take it forwards, rocking back and stepping to the side. Let's go the other way. So think about that corner direction, heel out, still got the weight here, transfer, taking it through to the front, rocking back and stepping to the side, and again sinking down to the corner, heel out and to the front. Nice bow stance and stepping up. One more time, sinking down and heel out to the front, rocking back and stepping to the side. I'm going to turn around and do it with my back to you. We're going to alternate our legs this time. So again, starting with our feet hip width apart, slightly turning the toes out to the corners of our square. Let's sink down. Turning to the corner, heel toe, and transferring to the front. Nice bow stance. Think about your position. We're rocking back and then stepping to the side. Let's go again, sinking down. Heel toe to the corner and then into the center. Rocking back and stepping to the side. And again, sink the weight to the corner, heel toe forwards, turn the waist to the center. Rocking back and stepping to the side. Sink the weight, heel toe. Take it forwards. Nice bow stance. Rocking back and stepping to the side. And again. So repetition is key when it comes to practicing your Tai Chi. But I do like to mix it up too and keep it fresh. So little and often is often the best way. But this is one of those basic moves that I hope you're starting to get the hang of a little bit more. And if you do this sort of exercise every now and again, it becomes almost like automatic for your body. It will move because of that repetition. It'll know where to move and how to move. And then that transfers into your Tai Chi practice without you really thinking about it. But it does take a little bit of time for all that to develop and all those layers to fit into place. I'd like to add an arm movement, nice and simple, just to push through, and hopefully it will help you with that direction of the waist as well. So we're just going to have our hands on the tabletop again, parallel, turning our feet out, and let's just do the arms first. We're going to go from our hands on our tabletop here at the side, and we're just going to come to this position here. So it's like a ward off, a block across the body and a hand forwards here. And then as you come forwards into your bow stance, we're going to move this hand a little bit like a stroke in the horse's mane, but we're moving it down to the tabletop, and the other hand is going to push forwards, keeping the elbows soft, pushing forwards. And then we're going to bring it back to the tabletop. So we're going to go here, ward off and hand ready, and then push through tabletop and to our push down to our table. And then we're here across the body, arm ready, we're pushing forwards to the tabletop and then down to the tabletop and the other way. So here we are, ready, and then push and then down to the table. Let's add that to the legs. So we are here, parallel stance, slightly turned out. Going to sink the weight to the corner and make your direction, your palm is facing the corner. And then we're heel toe forwards, keeping the weight here. Transfer the weight and push through. So to be able to push this arm through to the front, we've got to twist our waist. So hopefully that will help you face the front. We're going to rock back and then step it to the side. So sinking down. This time, this arm is across, other hand facing the corner, twist of the waist, heel toe, one hand out the way to the table, other hand comes through with the push. We're rocking back and then we're stepping to the side. Transfer the weight, heel toe, and forwards into your bow stance, rocking back, stepping to the side, and again, and then through, rocking back, Sink in the weight, heel toe, push forwards. And stepping to the side, sinking down, pushing through, rocking back, stepping to the side. Let me turn around again and do it with my back to you, just so that you can get the direction. So we are here. Let's go to the corner and then to the centre. Bow stance. To the corner. To the centre, bow stance. Let's just take a nice big inhale and exhale, gathering the chi. And again, nice inhale. And exhale. And again. And exhale. Let's balance the chi. Inhale here and exhale, calming the mind. And again. And one more time. Very good session today. Bringing it in, gathering all that energy to our dantian here. Fingers crossed, I hope those explanations and breaking down the bow stance has helped you. Sort of a bow stance for beginners type of tutorial, and I hope that filters through into your Tai Chi practice and you feel a bit more confident with that Tai Chi bow stance movement. If you've got any ideas or any areas you'd like me to cover about Tai Chi and QiGong in one of these sessions, then do put a comment below, or you can email me, DAF, so that's DAF, at freshfieldfitness.co.uk, and I am more than happy to get a session together for to cover exactly what subject you are interested in. Okay, keep going with your Tai Chi. I hope you're enjoying your practice and see you again soon. Bye.